Hello, everyone. Leo Tellez here, winemaker for Ackerman Family Vineyards. I'm here with Joe.
Joe Hinde, the Director of Hospitality and Sales for Ackerman. And we really want to thank all of you for being part of our club. It's truly great to have such wonderful supporters, especially through the last, few trying times we've had this year. So thank you again. We truly appreciate you, and you really are part of the Ackerman family in that regard. And we're really hoping you're enjoying these beautiful wines that have just come in your 2024 Spring Club shipment. We've had some really great showings on the wines we have lined up here today. And even our club exclusive wine, that's the 2021 Stonehaven blend, which I've really enjoyed tasting. Leo, I'm sure, has really been enjoyed making these last two vintages, made our first in 2019. And we really hope that you'll plan a visit to Napa soon. We would love to see you. We have some exciting experiences we're showcasing here at Ackerman. So really hope you'll reach out to us soon and let us know your Napa itinerary. And Leo, do you want to add a few notes about the 2021 vintage? That's been our kind of current release here at this time.
Absolutely, Joe. Here in my glass is the 22 Sauvignon Blanc, sourced from different vineyards in Napa Valley. It's a young wine, but just showcasing a lot of stone fruits, great minerality. And here it's slightly room temperature, but I like it just slightly colder. 50 degrees is kind of my go-to, and let it kind of aerate and then get up to temperature. But Joe, I'm really enjoying the Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, very much so.
22.
Yeah, nice citral tones in there, stone fruit, a little bit of floral on there too, but not overwhelming. Great body, fantastic viscosity on there, nice and crisp.
Yes. And then the second wine in the lineup is the Alla Vina Tasca. It's a fun wine to make. We source the Sangiovese grapes from the eastern side of Napa. Atlas Peak at the top, at the end of the road, really is. It's a beautiful vineyard from the Antinori's, and we have a small sourcing, anywhere between a ton and a ton and a half, and it's a lovely wine to make. We add our Cabernet later in the blending session, Joe. We sit as a team, as you know, and we play with percentages. Typically 60-70% Sanjo and a little bit of the estate Cabernet Sauvignon, so the fruit that's coming from the Coombsville property.
Yeah, no, this is really beautiful. And, Ackerman, as we all know, has been making wine for, nearly 30 years or so now. And when I started with the team, I believe the 2015 Alla Vina Tasca was the current release. So watching the differences from 2015 to now 2021, this has been by far my favorite amongst the current releases there. I mean, the aromatics are beautiful, nice hints of raspberry in there. Just so well integrated between the oak. Blend composition is balanced very nicely too. This is, definitely a great year. It's a shame we weren't able to make more of it, just given the yields for 21, but it is just such a fantastic showcase of the Alla Vina Tasca.
Absolutely, yeah. Speaking of yields, Joe, on average, the 21 vintage was 20%. Production was down due to just the vintage. It's a kind of it was a drought year, so meaning we didn't have that much water to begin with. So we were running a deficit in terms of water the whole growing season. Therefore, the yields all across Napa were down, but made for a smaller production, but great vintage, great fruit profile, great. Just overall great quality. I mean, this year, we're here in April of 24. Still feels a little like fall, if you will, a little gloomy out. So, but that's a contrast of every vintage. Every wine is slightly different due to its growing condition, and this is a testimony to the 21 vintage, which is a small vintage, but it's exceptional right off. Off the gate. You open these wines, they're approachable immediately.
Absolutely. No, definitely quality over quantity, no doubt, on there. And it also comes down to fantastic winemaking.
Let's appreciate that, Joe. And the third one in the lineup is the Stonehaven blend, it's a fun wine because it's essentially a section of the vineyard that we call the spice block. It's half an acre roughly, Merlot, Cab Franc, a little bit of Malbec, really. And this particular 21 vintage, it's Cabernet as well. So it's 25% of each four of those varieties. So it's a fun wine. Every year is different. We like to really play with these two wines, whether it's percentage of more of Sangiovese, like the previous La Vigna Tosca. In this case, a little bit more Merlot or a little bit less Merlot. It just whatever the vintage gives us, and that's the beauty of the Stonehaven blend. It's every year is what we have. If the Cab Franc produced a little bit more, let that shine. And again, 21 it being a vintage that we had, I believe, only 75 cases of this wine, very little in terms of production. 2023, much more of it was made, and that's just a testament to the vintage.
Absolutely.
And what we do here and pride ourselves is just making wines that reflect that vintage.
Definitely, definitely telling that story and that sense of time and place to where you're truly exploring the vineyard itself, the vintage, and then of course in the glass on there too. But yeah, great. There's some blue fruits, red fruits. It's juicy but really smooth at the same time. I mean, it's just such a beautiful blend, and it is the club exclusive wine too. So you would have to be one of our fabulous collectors in order to acquire this wine on there. But we've done the Stonehaven now. 2 vintages have been released. Another fantastic vintage on there as well.
Yeah. This is another kind of fun wine to make just because of the quantities that we do produce in all these wines. It's just it's great to share with friends and family, and whether it's Easter or the summer, it's always a wine that across the board it pleases all those palates. So,
definitely, it definitely cultivates a fantastic memory in your audience. That's for sure. Yeah, but no, really beautiful wines we have for this release cycle. And Leo, I believe we're going through bud break right now in the vineyard. Is that right?
Yes. So right now in the vineyard, we're similar to last year in certain markers in the vineyard. So pruning happened, a few weeks ago now, but bud break is as things warm up, especially in the spring, slightly later than years past. But when we look at the vineyard aspect, we always compared last year because that's a good marker. It's recent, so we're approaching bud break. So Cab Franc, Merlot, Malbec, typically the first ones to really come through. Then the Cabernet, kind of as the vineyard slopes, the top part of the vineyard, bud breaks relatively sooner than the bottom half. So then throughout the growing season, you have some uniformity. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening in the vineyard at the moment.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And again, thank everybody again, especially our members, for supporting us these years, taking your allocations this year. We really hope to see you in Napa soon. Come see myself, Leo, and then the rest of our fantastic team. And cheers to those. And we hope to enjoy these wines together sometime.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'd like to personally invite you to our 30th anniversary. This year, we embark a big milestone, 30 years of Ackerman Family Vineyards, and we like to celebrate with everyone that could join us on the property. So we'll have some great wines, a snapshot of some older vintages, some current, and what's in barrel. I think that by having everyone on the property and seeing the vineyard and having a bite to eat and just sharing great conversation about their experience about Ackerman Family Vineyards and what that, the wines mean to them.
So it's going to be right on the Coombsville property. We're going to have some incredible food, great wine, and non-biasedly speaking, great company to go along with that as well, speaking to you, of course, on there. And this will be on August 24th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to be working some logistical features out, transportation, details about the event. We'll have a band, great food and wine, as I mentioned as well. It's going to be a really great time, and it truly is a milestone, 30 years between the vineyard, winemaking, And we really look forward to celebrating with you all. And you can contact me directly at joe@ackermanfamilyvineyards.com. It's also available on Talk. And we really would love to have you there. It's going to be a fantastic event. And we look forward to thanking you and celebrating with you as well, too. So cheers to that.
Cheers, Joe. Looking forward to seeing everyone at the property. Again, August 24th, 2024, the power of four.
Floors all around.
Yeah.